We didn't close it out. They made their run, and we didn't execute down the stretch. Didn't get stops. Didn't get key rebounds, stuff like that.
You had a good first half offensively, and did they change their defense on you? What happened in the second half?
I mean, they were very intense on defense, closing out high when I got the ball, stuff like that.
Did their big men have any effect on your game on the offensive end or the defensive end?
Nah, they was just trying to play physical and try to keep me off the boards and just do a lot of chippy things, but, I mean, just kept fighting.
How much is this one for either of you guys? It's one like this sting where it felt like, and maybe in the first half, you feel like when you went to the locker rooms and missed opportunities, it felt like you guys really controlled that first half, and yet not a real big lead going into the locker room.
I mean, it kills any time you lose, so yeah, it definitely hurt, especially because we knew we could have won the game. We didn't execute down the stretch, and so it definitely hurt a lot.
Nerlens, there was a couple of times down the stretch where it looked like Alabama guys lifted you off your feet. Can you talk about those plays on the steal as the first one?
Yeah, I mean, I came up off my feet. I wasn't disciplined. Should have stayed on my feet and stayed disciplined. And just, I definitely owed that to my team. And
A couple more for the student athletes. Nerlens, from your perspective, what changed offensively from up 11 in the first half to that? Well, there was a long stretch where you guys just couldn't find a basket.
yeah, we just came out out of halftime too flat. I mean, we wasn't being aggressive right off. And I mean, that affected us. We didn't score for like the first 8-9 minutes of the half, and that really put us down.
For both of you guys, it kind of seemed like leading up to this game that you guys, I don't want to say turned the corner, but it seemed like you guys were playing a lot better. It seemed like the roles had started to come defined. How much of a setback is tonight's performance to the role that you guys were on?
I mean, it's disappointing. We definitely were coming off of a good game, so we wanted to keep making improvements, and we let ourselves down. So I guess we just got to work that much harder, get back to Lexington, and just listen to coach and keep trying to get better.
Last one for student athletes?
What did you think changed first half, second half?
They just were aggressive, and we were tentative. They were very physical. And then late in the game, we just, the same thing we've been talking about all year. Give them one tough shot, don't leave your feet, don't take chances, and rebound. The thing that killed us were the 3 offensive rebounds late. Either Nerlens blocked, and our guards didn't think that was their job to go get it, and it got rough in there, so we didn't mix it up.
With young guys like this, do you see that a lot, the reverting? I mean, a lot of guys have made progress. You praised Archie after the last game. You talked about Nerlens staying on his feet, but when it gets crazy in an environment like this, and at the end, do they revert to their?
Yeah, our guard play was, you know, Julius did what he could do, but our guard play was not near their guard play. Just wasn't. And, you know, we reverted back to just throwing it to Kyle Wiltjer in the post to try to keep the game close to give us a chance to win, and we had our chances. You know, Archie needed, if they're not going to call those fouls, if they're not going to call him a foul, then you need to pull up or shoot a runner. I just kept telling him, and he just kept going. So I watched the tape to see if he got whacked or not, and he may not have. You know, I mean, the official was right on it and said he didn't get touched. Now, bodies were flying, but he said he didn't get touched, and I have to trust his judgment on it. But you got to give Alabama credit. They fought and had great confidence, and they played to win. We played not to lose, which young guys do on the road at times.
Did you sense something different about Ryan tonight?
Yeah, he wasn't there. It just was a tough game for him.
Did Alabama seem to make any kind of halftime adjustment on defense?
Yeah, what everybody thought would hurt us is the press helped us. And then they just said, don't even press. We're just going to lock them in the half court and be physical. And If they drive, go body to body. And the other thing is they ran and got good shots and got second shots, and we didn't. And as I say that, they had 9 offensive rebounds, but 3 were in the very late tip-in plays that killed us. Like you stop them and they miss it, but they tip it in. You know, tough game, but look, we're going to have, we still haven't totally bought in. Individual players haven't. Obviously, late in the game, we took chances. We left our feet, we fouled, and we let them offensive rebound. It's all that we talk about late in the game. Give them one tough shot. Do not foul. Do not leave your feet. And if they beat us that way, we'll go home and say, hey, they just haven't bought in. So they're still doing it. But this is a team that's growing and getting better. We showed signs, and now we took a step back. A hard place to play.
I feel like it's been a 2-step forward, you know, 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of dance.
I don't think, I think they, again, when you're totally bought in, you'll come in every game and know what your role is. Doesn't mean you make shots, but you play the way you have to play for us to have success. Doesn't mean you make shots. We're still not there yet.
Coach, you mentioned that
Nerlens totally bought in? Does he look totally bought in?
He still tried to steal balls and left his feet late and fouled and did stuff that he just didn't need to do. And we kept telling him, stay down, and he just kept leaving his feet. And it was critical in a game that's a 1-bucket game with 2 minutes to go. And to get to that point, you left your feet and fouled on N1s and stuff like that. And that's, again, it's young guys. They panicked a little bit, and we weren't able to settle them down on the side. We were trying. But we didn't have enough. Look, when you go on the road, guys got to play well. We went to Auburn. Our players played well. Ryan Harrow in the second half at Auburn played well. We didn't have it here. We just didn't have it.
Coach, you mentioned how Kyle was throwing the ball to him down low is the one thing that was working for him. How much different of a player is he in the low post this year compared to where he was?
He's a good low post player. He's got good moves down there. You know, again, we were just groping for anything to keep the game close. I was trying anything because when you have one guard going 1 for 11 and the other going 2 for 12 and every shot blocked, you're like, where do we go? And so we went inside and he performed. You know, I was proud of how he played. He played too many minutes. You know, with Willie out, we're not very deep right now. I thought Jared did great. Jared Polson did everything he could. Changed the game a little bit, but you know, you got to give Alabama credit. They played well. They played well. You know, and when I say this, when you look at the numbers, when I was coaching at UMass, I loved it when my team shot 34, 35% and we won. They shot 36%, 15% from the 3, got out rebounded by 12 rebounds. Listen, folks, and won. I love that kind of game. It's a gut game. It had nothing to do with anything else. Neither one of us played well. They gutted it. They had discipline at the end. We did not. And that's sometimes what happens with the young team. But you got to give them credit.
In those situations like that in the game, what do you want ideally? What should be your bread and butter offensively?
We don't even know right now.
John, along those lines of it being a gut game, is Andrew Steele a gut kind of player? Alabama's 10-1 with him, 2-5 without him. Why is he so valuable?
Because he plays within himself. He does what he can do. We even wanted him to take that 1-3, and I thought, I'm making a mistake having him shoot that. We told my man, back off. I was hoping he'd shoot it, and he shot it and missed it. And we get the ball and have our chances. But, you know, he makes a couple layups. But Relaford played well. I mean, their guards played well. You know, Lacey didn't have one of his better games, but he played well enough. He controlled the ball. We didn't have turnovers. You know, we pushed up a little bit. And, again, we have 13 turnovers, and none of them were in the press. They were like, wait a minute. This is a young team, and I'm trying to be patient, and I am. I didn't, you know, just said at some point you're going to buy in, and at some point you're going to understand you're not very good the way you're playing. You'll want to change, and when you change, we'll be fine.
John, the last game you said Alex had improved by 20, 25%.
Fouled today. He was in foul trouble, but I thought he started the game good, and he just got in foul trouble.
9 at halftime. Were there warning signs, though?
Yeah, we should have been up 15. I mean, we turned it over. I called a timeout hoping we'd get a basket, and my man took a shot with 20 seconds on the shot clock. What are you doing? Why did you do that? You were supposed to go into an elbow pick and roll. Again, discipline to know that, look, we're grinding this game out. It's not about me getting a shot or me making a play. It's about us. It's all part of the growth of a young team. Thanks, folks.